Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good evening. Sean Higgs coming at you here. Late night money on Friday. Welcome on into the show. Little later than I anticipated. I had was that tonight? Little drive to Louisiana. Take care of some business. If you're watching, YouTube, Facebook page, like, subscribe, put that notification bell on here. Winning free picks, picks parlays. The link, my 7-day steal, $31. 7 days of plays. Really can't go wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 13 college hoops up for tomorrow. Plus my my NFL, Super Bowl. 63% a year, not bad. Dime player up about 50,000. There's some props in there, although we do talk about them. We'll do some Super Bowl props tonight. We'll talk about them on the show tonight. We'll look at some college college football. See, I'm talking NFL, and I got football on my mind, and it's really college basketball we'll look at going in tomorrow. So I look down at my notes. And again, late night money is back. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. I'm just, you know what? I'm going to put the picks up here. They're in the chat. I'll even go to the Twitter universe for those on Twitter. You'll get a little late night money college hoops action up there for you. We'll post it up just in case you don't want to watch. I'm nice like that. That's how I roll. Anyway, so let's get to it. I gotta say, let's just get my little. Not that we're going to really do a recap, but I had I think Ryder was a loser in college basketball tonight. St. Louis, no show in the chat. Terrible. Wright State is tied. And then we have Nevada laying the number. We'll see what happens with that. NBA. Totally wrong. I was adamant not to take Suns tonight. They won. Now, then who else? Yeah, we like the Kings tonight. Detroit over gets there. Fading that, or not fading, right in the San Antonio overs. As Tim says to jump on that. And anyway, let's go. Let's talk. We do got some comments. We got in the comment section here. T Money's in the house, my guy. Welcome, T Money. How are you today? Only two of my props discussing. Let's see if Mavs can get right. Maybe some OKC first quarter. Listen, take a losing day. It happens. What are you going to do? Crystal Craig is in the house. Hey, Higgs, hope you're well. We do late night money during MLB? Absolutely, Crystal. This is when we kind of started it a couple years ago. End of February, conference tournament time. We did the late night money, and then carried into the tournaments, and then with baseball. So late night money is basically back. Maybe, I should say that next week. Maybe not. Maybe we'll do it on a Friday with a lot of college basketball. But now it's really hit on the NFL props and stuff like that. But yes, we'll do it during regular season for sure. Why not? The people are there. If we're going to watch, I'll come in and talk, Crystal. I don't mind. You know that. Team Money tomorrow and Van Meister in a row. I kind of like it. Winning by 4 or 5 in a war. See, I got Auburn, baby. Auburn money line tomorrow. Alabama, number 3. Lane 2 on the road. What could possibly go wrong? What can possibly go wrong? Groovy Captain has tomorrow's beautiful parlay day, mixing soccer, hockey, and UFC college basketball. Groovy, that sounds like a recipe for disaster. I do not want a bite of that cake. No, thank you. Moneyline Markel, bad day. Well, we live to fight another day, Markel. T-Money, New Mexico over 139 is going to cash out. New Mexico struggling, though. Is it? I kind of like the under in that New Mexico game. What do we got here? 77 points in the first half, basically. Holy cow. I don't know. I mean, no, we'll see what happens. Michael's in the house. Good evening. Brandon, Good evening. How are you today? Are you walk? It's our what? What? Brandon, what's happening? Michael, nice night. Sixers got some revenge. Pacers did not show up. How about Butler outright? I said the Butler game. I said Butler in the over. It's split. But it was just a bad spot for Xavier with Marquette on deck. It was 7, and I should have kept Butler. Here's the thing, it's easy to say here. Oh, I said Butler, and I didn't have it in the chat. I didn't bet it myself. But there's some like college basketball tomorrow. I got a bunch of games here in the chat. Some I bet, some are on the site. Uh, I just can't put every single one up. It's. I wish I did. I wish I did. Michael, college hoops are Oklahoma. Yes, take Oklahoma versus Kansas. I think I got Oklahoma there, 3.5 against Kansas. Auburn, yes. Oregon 2 versus UCLA. Yeah. Texas Tech, yes. We're on the same page here, Michael. Did I take the Rockets over or under tonight? I did not have the Rockets today. Where are they at here? Although we did, I said I think we like the under in that game on the earlier show, Brandon. Michael got Illinois -4. Rutgers are just that good. I got 4.5 Illinois when it opened. Again, my numbers sometimes good, sometimes bad. I throw them out there right away, and we see what happens there. Michigan -3 over Indiana. Yeah, I got Michigan -1. Groovy Caps. It's a real problem. Listen, Groovy. You want to roll in with hockey and UFC, MMA, soccer? Go for it. I'm all as long as you win. I kind of stick to what I know, and we're going to bring UFC or MMA in there with soccer. You lost me. You had Jerry Maguire at hello, but not so much with me. T Money, Army first half tomorrow, getting revenge against Navy. Where's the Army Navy game? 5-point doggy. Any totals tomorrow? You know what? None really. I didn't take any totals tomorrow. Group. It's sometimes I'll have a total or two. Right? I've mentioned my record with college hoops totals. It's not terrible. It's not stupendous considering we have how many games I've bet this year in college basketball. We've had 600 games. We're 30 games over, basically 355 and 325. And totals for, again, almost 700 games. 43 and 28 on totals. Not a lot. Not a lot of totals. At 61%, it's a nice clip. You'll be up, I don't know, $1,200. But yeah, nothing. Yesterday, Western Illinois, a nice one. Today, as of now, looking nothing. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll add something for tomorrow. Again, for tomorrow, we got a bunch of games already listed in chat here. We got Georgia +8.5, Florida State 5.5, West Virginia +6.5. Let me restart this here. So we got Georgia +8.5, Florida State +5.5, West Virginia +6.5, Southern Illinois +6.5, Auburn on the money line, unless you want to take a couple points here. Davidson -4.5, and it's Davidson line. I know we're going to get a lot of Fordham, and I understand it's the Rams. Fordham, they're good. They got 18 wins. How do you take Fordham? I'm just dumbfounded here when I see a team that's 19-5 getting 4.5 on the road from a team that's 11-12, a losing record on the season, a losing record at home, and they're favored over a 19-win team. Sign me up for Davidson. Kansas City +4.5, Lindenwood 9.5, Colorado +4, Grand Canyon money line. So a lot of dogs here. And I do have, listen, I like North Carolina tomorrow, Illinois. We have some favorites. Virginia, there are favorites I do like. As of now, we got, what do we got? 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 10 games here in the free pick. Maybe we'll add some more for tomorrow. Maybe we'll add more to tomorrow. So real fast. So that's college basketball. Let's do some NFL props. I'm gonna go through them fast. Again, you could watch anytime. You can rewatch. You could find, if you're in, I'll throw the link in real fast. I'll put the link in now. Now the $31 pick is in there if you're interested in that. But uh, let's put the link to the daily podcast. Again, you can find a podcast wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. It's there. It's on all of them. Amazon Music, Spotify, uh, iTunes, wherever you're going. We got you covered. Uh, but and I'm going to label it. It'll be a timestamp. Here we go. It'll be 10 minutes and 45 seconds in. We'll start with some Philly props. You can write them down. You come back and re-listen. It'll be on again. There'll be a marker. I'll say right in the description with time. Sanders over 58.5 yards rushing. Hurts over 49.5 yards rushing for the Eagles. Gainwell over 8.5 yards longest rush. Hurts anytime TD minus 110. Sanders minus 110. AJ Brown anytime plus 120. Go Day. Dallas Goedert plus 175 anytime touchdown. Over for our favorite tight end, 45.5 receiving yards. Smith over 61.5 receiving yards. Quez Watkins under 11.5 receiving yards. Obviously, I think Smith and Goddard are going to get some touches. Throw AJ Brown in there. Not much left for Quez here. Philadelphia, 4th down conversion in their own territory. I say yes for 300. Philly over 1.5 rushing TDs for plus 150. If I think Hurts and Sanders are both going to score, why wouldn't I do this one for plus 150 and turn that into a nice 450 in my pocket? Philly to score every quarter. I had mentioned it was a +6 for scoring every quarter. I just, I'm sloppy with my handwriting. There's nothing to say. I made a mistake. Philly to score every quarter, yes, plus 170. Now, these are game props. Game props. So not just either side. This is both teams. First touchdown non-passing, plus 145. Over 1.5 4th down conversions, minus 160. Any player 55-yard reception, I say yes, 250. I think there'll be a broken play. It's just that simple. Game tied after 0-0. Yes, minus 115. 2-point conversion attempt. Yes, for plus 105. And both teams to make 33-plus yard field goals. I say yes. I don't think we'll be seeing some 55-yarders or stuff like that, but I think they will both attempt a 38, 42-yard field goal. Yes to that. So there is that. Now let's get to some KC prop action here. We'll start out. Pachenko, over 49.5 yards rushing, over 12.5 yards receiving, over 66.5 combined rushing and receiving. Quick disclaimer, we've had these up since Monday. Maybe they moved a bit. It is what it is. I'm a one-man band here, folks. It's not, I don't have a team of people working behind me with live odds and entering crap in nonstop. So it is what it is. I'm sorry. Kelsey. Now this one, over 79.5 yards receiving, looks a little odd to me. But then you look at it, the guy's only had a couple hundred receiving yards. He would have hit this number, I think, 4 times down the stretch. That being said, Super Bowl, I think he's going to get some targets. Scantling over 36.5 yards receiving. Pachenko, anytime touchdown plus 140. Obviously, I think he's going to be a big part of the offense. So, yes, give me a touchdown. Kelsey, why wouldn't I? He's got, 13 touchdowns in every postseason game he's played? He's got one in every game, I believe. 2 TDs, plus 310. Yeah, 310, yes, you got me. Scantling plus 200 on the TD. Tony plus 260. I did have a Sky Moore here plus a nickel. I don't know about this one much anymore. Tony's back in the mix. I kind of like this one more at the plus 260. Will KC convert a 4th down? Yes, 130. And this is much like us getting a 4th down conversion just for the game, right? We could get this in the first half. 4th and 1 from the 44. Go for it. Yes. Here's a big payday. Kelsey over 10 receptions, plus 310. There's a lot out there, 7, 8, lay money. If you think the guy's going to have a good game, and again, I break these down for if you're a Philly fan, you got a bunch of Philly props. If you want KC, you got some KC stuff. I think Kelsey's going to be a focal point. He's going to get the ball a lot, score a couple touchdowns. Hey, plus 310, he gets 2 touchdowns. You got $6 in your pocket. That's a nice day. KC to score touchdown second quarter. Yeah, 145. I think they scored touchdown. Over half TD, half rushing TD. They got to score one TD on the ground. Again, I think Pachenko's going to have a nice little day here, so I'll say yes to this. KC to score in every quarter. Yes, plus 195. Mix that with the Eagles. I think we'll see some scoring here. So those are all the props. Those are your property props, and we'll probably hit them again on late night money on Saturday. You know what? I don't know if I'll do late night money Saturday. We'll probably just do a longer show on Sunday, to be honest with you. All right, let's get back into comment time. Got to scroll back up. Ninja with the totals again. We'll see if we have more totals tomorrow. Rockets are running. Where are they running? They're winning. They are winning, or they're close. Under though looks really good there. Thoughts on Washington State, Santa Clara, and Marymount off the OT win. So the Washington State game I actually looked at coming in because I was trying to add some picks here in the show. I almost want to take, not almost. I mean, let's be honest. I'm going to lean towards the dog here, right? It's we're not a big shocker here. Taking Washington, getting a couple points, but on the flip side of that, they are. You see 1-7 on the road, and I mentioned this. You hear me say it here. Midday money. I said it with Ross Benjamin. You look at teams on the road; they're 1-7. I mean, Washington State's 1-8. Teams are bad on the road. It's just the way it is. And this team, I mean, they've lost 4 or 5. They got an OT win in there. Is it really somewhere I want to come in and back the team? Now, not that we could just blindly do trends, but the dog is covered 19-26. It's one of those things. I understand wanting to take the dog here. We've seen the close games. I mentioned the ATS numbers here. 8-point game, 8-point game, 2-point game. 15. Well, that one doesn't get enough bread. Here we go. 4-point game. It's been a dog kind of show. Do you really want to bet them? I know it's your neck of the woods. You're out there on the West Coast. But I don't know. I mean, I lean doggy there. Not running to bet it. The Marymount game. I kind of like Clara, and I had them the other day. Let me pull up the West Coast. And let's see the head-to-head here. Clara got them last year by 4, 19-3. That was a Marymount win. Yeah, big OT win at home. Now you got Clara. I'm going to go with Clara here. Again, though, here, you see the trend on this with the dog 8-2 and the road team 7-3, or vice versa, 7-3 for the dog 8-2. And you're thinking, why not take Marymount? But I'm with you on that. You're off a big win, OT win, no less. I'll take Clara. Randy, Maryland over Penn State tomorrow. Let's go to the Big Ten. Terp 8.5 for the Terps there tomorrow. Huh? Wow. Again, big number, but here we go. 1-6 on the road, Penn State. 12-1 at home for Maryland. We have a Maryland win last year, 67-61. Coming into this, we got Penn State dropping 2 in a row, an OT game, and they lost to Nebraska. Penn State, 3 straight losses. Maryland off a loss at Michigan State, not shocking there. Yeah. I mean, I'm not really scared of laying in that spot. I don't want to, it's right. We need 10 basically. We're laying 8.5, but I'll go with you, Randy. Are you going to be at value of? Are you going to be at value of each year? You missed the morning show. The morning show is every morning. Midday money all the time. 11 a.m., Brandon. I don't know this. I'm going to be value. What do you think about Oklahoma, Kansas over the 140? Let me find it here. Oklahoma, Kansas. 765. Where's my sheet, my little friend? Why can't I find you? Why can't I find you at 7 o'clock at night? You should be right here. What are you scared of? What is wrong with me? I mean, I don't think I need glasses, but I think just staring at paper since like 4 o'clock doesn't help my freaking head. Ay, ay. Where is the Kansas game? I know I had it marked here because I got Oklahoma plus 3.5. Where the heck? Oh, here it is. All right. 140. All right. So this was 141 a couple hours ago. I'm going to lean to the under. I'm going to lean under here. Believe it or not. Again, you can listen to the replay, Brandon. Type in Midday Money on your favorite podcast spot. Team Money, Maryland Eastern Shore, play of the day. Thank me later. Here we go. Here we go. The old thank me later. The old thank me later out of the MEAC. That's where we're going to go. You know, Norfolk's always the class of the conference here. And I know it's a revenge game. Just so you know, Norfolk has won 9 in a row. They won by 11, 7, 14, 10, 28, 10, 11, 7, 6, and then let's go back to 2005 for that Eastern Shore win. The thank me later play. I'm not going to write this down, T-Money, but I'm definitely not on there with you. Norfolk is the class of this league for a reason. What is this line here? Maryland Eastern Shore. Do. What's this game? Where? Maryland, here we go. Norfolk is what, a 3-point fave here on the road? I'd still lay it. Got to leave a little mark here for this Maryland and Norfolk here for T-Money. The lock. Michael, thoughts on Johnny's getting for Providence? I like Providence. I just, St. John's, and I'm a Johnny guy, right? I've said this before, right? We like our guy Boo Harvey. We like St. John's. Again, it's 4 because I'm seeing a 5.5 right now. 603. Is this up to 5 right now? Hold on a second. Hold your horses here. Oh, this is a 5. Now I got to go to the live line here for this. This can't be right at a 5.5 from a 4, can it? Nope, it's 4.5 here. One random 5 out at circa. Yeah, Georgetown 11.5 at home. Marquette. I thought about it, and there was actually when I first started writing down the lines, there was a 13 out there. A 13. Should have took it. Should have took that 13. Didn't last long. Yeah, Xavier on deck. That's why I kind of was like, I don't want to lay with Xavier. Same with, but the thing with Georgetown, I mean, one, I like Marquette kind of like in a dog roll. Number one, I don't want to be laying double digits with them. Granted, they won by 22 last game. But you have Marquette off a loss, so they're going to be a little pumped up. Georgetown, 12 on the road, 6 at home, 10 at home, a win at home, 2-point loss road, 13 on the road to Xavier, 4 on the road to Villanova, 15 at home to the Hall. So, and then they lost to Villanova at home too by 16. So we've seen some bad ones there. And just on a whole, how about they've covered 7 in a row, Georgetown. Maybe an under. instead. To my Manchester win every quarter plus 500. I took a shot. Do you think those kind of props hold enough value? Well, if you think they're going to win, yeah. I mean, but I don't even like the man. I don't think the Mavs are winning tonight, so I wouldn't do it for one quarter. He's on Apple Podcasts. There we go. You can find me there, T Money. Let him know. Let him know. I gotta. So when I go to the link and there's like thing called like Stitcher and TuneIn. I don't know if anybody uses those apps. But I made an account just so I can follow myself. Why not? I'm that guy. I'm that guy. Crazy guy. Michael, I got the Kings. My two is Luka was ruled out and the whole world to be on the Kings. Now with the 5. Man's out right now. Shaking my head. Well, that's the thing. You think that one thing's going to happen. I'm thinking it's Luka and Kyrie. I got the Kings -2. The line goes to 5. It's a different game. Totally changes the aspect of things. And it does. And who cares? Like, oh, well, they should win. No, it just changes the game plan of the defense. It changes the offense on the other side of the ball. It's like when you get a backup quarterback comes in the second quarter and, the defense isn't right for that. He's scrambling. You get broken plays. It's the same kind of stuff. I hate it. That's why we say, fade the injury report. You go opposite, it wins. No, Luke, I would have gladly taken Dallas +5 tonight. Thank you. In 5, it's just a different. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have played it. I would have been like, Moneyline Markel likes Queens tomorrow at 1:00. Who the Queens got? Bellarmine? You're laying a nickel? No, it's 6 now, huh? I understand that. I get it. I'm not a big Bellarmine guy, so Queens, sure, little Carolina action there. Marquette, I'm not loving a Marquette game. And you got the 13. I saw an 11, so you got a bad 13. And Georgia, I think we got Georgia in the chat. Randy, I bought a teaser ticket there with KC, 8.5 and over 44. I took a ride out. I had to take some money out of the accounts. I had a nice little. So we talk about the football season. All right, nice. Nicey. 10 spots. That's how we like to roll. Nice one. We'll take it. Higgs never stops. How you doing? I'm hanging in there, Tate the Great. A little advice about NTD props. Bet them first half. I have Kelsey +70 first half. Gobert. That's Gobert bets. Goddard. I get it. 260 and Hurts 165. They are at half live. Bet anyone else who want double. We talked about this during the regular season too, I think, Michael, about doing a first half prop, right? You think, why not get a little better money on the first half? It's kind of like the regulation betting in hockey, right? Why am I going to lay 290 when in regulation I get a different number? So, yeah. But it's good for the chat. We can talk about that. I could say do that instead. One, I think people are newer to betting. So to have them come down and try to find, it's hard enough people just coming up to look for finding props on some things. To break it down by the halves, I like it. I do. It's much like we started getting into some kind of first 5 kind of stuff or RBI props. I think the definite value, right? I mean, if you like a guy and he's -110, why not? He's going to score. What's the difference? First score, I agree with you there, Michael. Locking in with the king. Hey, my guy, I finally caught a late show. Working on tomorrow's card. Nice 2-0 for clients. College hoops. There you go. Yeah, listen, late show is tough for you. You got a little one. You need that rest. I'm hanging in. We're just grinding along. You know how we do, King. Same thing, different day. We just move along. Markel's saying, hey, what's up, locking in with the king? Michael. Yeah, I need 13 to 14 to back Georgetown. I agree with that. I'll probably look for a live line. We're going to play one good half. The question was run. That's the thing. And also, do you really got to bet them, Mike? I mean, you got a bunch of games at noon tomorrow. You're gonna hold down and be like, I want to get a good number on this Georgetown game at 12 o'clock. I mean, you have Kentucky, Penn State, Florida State, NC State, Texas, Bucknell, St. John's. I mean, you got other. I see. I can't do that. I can't just sit and wait on a game. I'm going to get in here and play. I bet my game beforehand. I think my dog's winning outright. I think my favorite's going to win in a rout. My under's going to sail to a 2016 halftime. My over is going to be 65-60 at the half. I can't do that unless I'm out and about and I just see a score. I'm like, ooh, I don't like the end game. That's how your bet turns into 10 times your bankroll. You keep betting and doing stuff because you like it. It's already in your head. You like a game. And then it's like, oh, I'm going to live bet it. I'm going to come back on this game. I just checked the score. Mavs up 39-21 in the first quarter. Listen, it is the NBA, Mike. Game could be tied at 80 in the third. T-Money, Mavs are up 19. Them and Cavs are bet on teams until after the All-Star breaks this weekend, right? I mean, when's the All-Star game? I don't even know when that is. Oh, next week. So you think the Cavs and the Mavs are to bet on teams? All right. I mean, okay, I guess the Cavaliers, that could be. The Cavs are. I don't mind the Cavaliers. I know we said we didn't like them today in that spot with a short number there, but we'll see. I mean, I see this kind of talk right now, and then what are you going to do when both of these teams lose tonight? When there's a comeback, you can't say. Either the Chiefs had the flu or some mess going on. Even Mahomes is sick. I don't worry about that. More reason to like Kansas City if you're a Kansas City backer. Come on. There you go, KD. Rack City, get it. Moneyline Markel. That's it. He's Moneyline Markel. King D. Call him Moneyline Markel. And he can't complain. Why would he complain? Michael. No doubt Kings come back and win this by 10. Really? I mean, so it's 20 at the first quarter. I see the Cavaliers up 10. I don't ever. No, I wait to the end of the game to count my money. I mean, I got Wright State. Last time I checked, they were tied. They're up 10 now. I'm not thinking that's a win until it's final. Give me a final, please. Then it'll be official. Then it'll be official. Good to hear, Markel. He's glad you're King D's good. He's good. He's glad that you're good. Let's get back to the college hoop banner. So Georgia, a lot of dogs here tomorrow. Georgia, Florida State, West Virginia, Southern Illinois, Auburn, moneyline. Davidson as a favorite. KC, Lindenwood, Colorado, and Grand Canyon. I'm sure the chat will be heavy on Alabama tomorrow. I mean, let's be honest with tomorrow's college basketball. We can play a game of who's the chat going to want to back. Let's look at the top 25 matchups here. NC State over BC probably get a lot of action. Texas is given what? 7 to West Virginia. I like West Virginia. Providence. I mean, I hate taking Providence because I'm a St. John's guy. I don't know if people want to bet that one. Marquette's going to get bet because they're Marquette and people just have a bad impression of Georgetown. Kansas, Oklahoma. It's Oklahoma or nothing all day. North Carolina laying a touchdown. Sure. Bama 2 on the road. Auburn outright. Creighton laying to the unranked. Unranked to ranked. Again, I said it's 24-11, 70-something percent. But we'll have people in here thinking UConn's the play. I want to take UNLV, but I think that 10 is too much. I think they're begging to take it, which is why I'm going to lean Aztecs. I'll lay the 6 with Virginia over Duke. People will bet Duke. Baylor, Texas Christian. That's a coin flip to me. I mean, like again, that Fordham game, I'm sure people will be all over the Rams when they see that matchup. Randy, if Hurts wins Sunday, he gets $200 million contract. Probably. I mean, they should. Why wouldn't they lock him in with a contract anyway? Win or lose. Markel's eating McDonald's. Ugh. Come on, bro. Get do better than that. I got 20 that says everyone shout will back Kansas. Yeah, there'll be a lot of Kansas left tomorrow. And Alabama. I mean, come on. What do we got here in college hoops? What do we got still underway here? Right state. Air Force looks like it's going to go over now, right? 77.55. That had a lot of New Mexico love in here. I didn't think Air Force was going to come out and shoot the lights out. I kind of like the under. I thought this would be a final to this kind of 77.55. Except there's still 7 minutes left to go in this game. Buffalo game went over. I like the under there. I didn't sort it. I said I like the under. East Tennessee lane 10 doesn't cover. Fort Wayne doesn't cover. Robert Morris covered. St. Pete's got it done against the Red Foxes. Riders no go. Fairfield Stags cover. OT, Niagara pulls it out. Dogs go to die. Mount St. Mary's, close but no cigar. Iona gets there with ease. Butler, doggy outright. Ohio, doggy outright. Dayton in a rout. Lock it in with the King. I just made the best PB&J of my life with some Doritos. There you go. Dylan, Sean, I got some Jamaican food for my predator. Got some Where? Let's go. Where you at, Dylan? Where you at? I'll have a little Jamaican food. I do like a little Jamaican jerk seasoning on my wings. I can do a little jerk. It's not too bad. Thoughts on Oklahoma State versus Iowa State? Let's pull this puppy up. Let's go. Big 12 action, 741 in your rotation numbers. So 6 and 127 hasn't moved apparently. Right? Let's see the live number here. What time is it? 6 o'clock. Let's scroll down to get a live one. I always worry about this, like freezing up the thing. So 6 and 127. That's it. That's where we're at. I'm going to say a little Oklahoma State here, right? That's where I would be. Little Cowboy action. I played in January. Oklahoma State won 61-59 at home. I think we had them in that game too, by the way. They were unranked, favored, well, albeit by one. Or maybe it was just a low line. I got a defensive team. How are they on the road this year? 3-5, which isn't terrible because then some teams are just flat out winless on the road. You see teams like 1-11. This one's not too bad. Although I gotta see, do we have Xavier Anderson in? He didn't play his last game here. Didn't matter. They still took a couple wins here. I'm still gonna lean to the dog, Michael. Still dog it up. Arkel, Notre Dame. You know I'm not a Notre Dame guy. Anytime I got a coach on the way out, lethargic bunch. I mean, you're a dog at home. Should you show up? Yeah, you should. Are you gonna? I mean, Vatek's laying a 5 spot, and they're winless on the road. Do I want to lay 5, 4, 3? Do I want to lay anything with a winless team? Not really. Seeing them, I can't. There's no way I could tell you to take Virginia Tech laying 5. But how about this? Favorite 7-1 last 8 in the home, and the road team 11-3 ATS run. Holy cow! I still can't. I can't. There's no way. I can't. They're 0-7 on the road. I can't lay a point with them. Guess you take the Irish. Timo, New Mexico's defense is so bad. It's your amazing offense at home. home and away splits. Just talked about them. T-money, could San Antonio get it done? I'm tempted to take money line versus El Paso. Let's pull up some. All right. UTSA at home as a dog. 7-18. UTEP 1-9 on the road. And they're laying a number here. They beat them by 12 at home. Last year they won by 5 here. UTEP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight losses. Not as bad as how many have lost? These guys lost 10. San Antonio. Who's the sicko? T-money. You want to really jump into San Antonio. El Paso 1-9 on the road. How about a team that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Has lost 10 straight, 13 of 14. 13 of 14. 15 of 17. That's who you want to back? You're going to make me do it? You're going to make me do it, aren't you?
Stop it. Get some help.
No. No, T-money. Don't do it. All right. Final rundown. Georgia. Doggy time. Georgia, 8.5. Florida State, 5.5. West Virginia, 6.5. The Salukis, plus 650. 650. That'd be nice, huh? Plus 650. That's a guaranteed winner. 6.5. Auburn on the money line. Davidson minus 4.5. KC plus 4.5. Lindenwood plus 9.5. Colorado plus 4. Grand Canyon plus the 115. And that is a wrap. Midday money.